Hi, it's Chanda Cooper with the Richland County Conservation Division and the Richland Soil and Water Conservation District. Cold weather has finally come to South Carolina, and you may be wondering what you can do to support pollinators in your garden over the winter. Richland County's Pollinator Garden Manager, Anne Marie Johnson, has one tip that will also let you reduce your workload in the winter garden. Let's take a look.
Well, here we are, and it's a kind of chilly morning here in the garden. And we've had a great year with flowers, and we've worked really hard to make sure we have plenty of flowers for our pollinators this year. Well, now that it's getting chilly and things have gone to seed, it's time to think about what are we going to do for our pollinators now that we're getting into cold weather. Are we done? Are we going to just throw in the towel, or are we going to keep helping our pollinators out by, you'll really like this, not having to work so hard in the garden? Let's leave our old flower heads and stalks standing for the winter. Very important for our beneficial insects. They're going to get in there, hunker down where it's warm. The seed heads are a great source of seeds for our migrating birds. And then these stems will be wonderful for next year's stem nesting bees. So kind of need to think about this from our pollinators' eyes. This is happiness to them. And to me, this is also a chance to not have to work so hard in the garden.
These spent flower stalks and seed heads provide overwintering habitat for insects and food for birds during the cold months. You can prune them to 15 to 24 inches in spring, leaving enough stalk to provide nesting sites for beneficial insects.
So when you go to prune your plants back in the late winter, early spring, you want to cut them about 24 inches, 15 to 24 inches. And notice they have those hollow stems. Hollow stems are excellent for our stem nesting bees, so they'll utilize that stem the coming year. Leave it up in your garden, things will grow up around it, and you'll never know it's there. It's a great time to enjoy the beauty of fall in the garden with the browns and the grays, and leave these great things up for our beneficial insects and overwintering pollinators.
Thanks for joining us for this winter episode of Watch and Learn. Funding for this project was provided by an Urban Agriculture Conservation Grant from the National Association of Conservation Districts. Some support was provided by the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service.